Hello and welcome to today's review of the Transformers Age of the Primes Wreck and Doom Collection Topspin and Spinister. Topspin is something I've been waiting on for quite a while, ever since we got the Wreckers Collection Twin Twist from Legacy a couple years ago. And he doesn't disappoint, you know, he looks as good as he always did. This Titan's Return mold is lovely. Spinister, he's in vehicle mode. We're kind of going to do a reverse of one another. We're going to end off with this as a robot, end off with that as a vehicle. We're going to be comparing this to the Titan's Return figure, comparing this to the Siege figure, and let's just get on with it. So, beautiful deluxe, nice and hefty. Look at him from the back, he's not hollow. He's just as good as this mold has always been. Yeah, let's just take his guns out of his hands and give a quick look. This is pretty standard stuff for 2016 or so when he came out. Everything's on ball joints. Elbow is double jointed. Then we have the 360 degrees at the shoulder. Shoulder goes outwards and up this much before it starts to knock the head. Bicep swivel goes all the way around, but it's tighter than the shoulder, so if you try to move one, you've got to hold the other in place. This kind of acts as a bit of a butterfly forward, like so. Just untabbed the waist. Oh well. Right. Legs go up that far. Knees 90, legs go back that far, and the knee can, well, it still works. It actually goes in both directions due to how the legs transform. Due to the fact he's so old, he doesn't have any ankle pivot, and the swivel is just above the knee instead of higher up on the thigh. He's got a bit of a toe bend. There you go. That's for transformation as well. And yeah, overall, for a figure of his age, this is solid. He's got no wrists, which sucks, but whatever. He's a figure using guns, so it's not too much of an issue. There you go, cool little dude here. And before we transform him, we'll just go look at the headmaster. Here we have him, as all headmasters are. Well, at least the Titan's Return ones. The arms, two little ball joints. Legs go up that much. There's a joint for both knees, which are pinned together. Painted a little bit on both sides. And yeah, that's all for him. Onto a transformation for this guy. We're going to start by taking the forearms. We're going to open these panels up and collapse the arms inwards. Like so. There's the second one. We're going to take this waist section, swing it down, turn it around. Collapse all of this together. Here we have what's going to become the front of the vehicle mode. Going to take this waist, tab it into place if it wants to cooperate. Also the arms, they just swing forward. They have tabs that they connect with. Oh, they're locked in. You take the leg, open up this section, giving us this nice gap. Fold the foot in, compress the leg inward. Just kind of also turn them at the waist, that'll help. When you're folding the leg inward, just kind of line it up with the back of this. Same thing as before. Make sure those are tapped together. Fold down the landing gear. And we're done. So it's this futuristic kind of jet type thing. I'm not really sure here. Transformers doesn't have too much like it. Yeah, there he is. If we untap one of the arms, the cockpit opens up. And like most Titans Return figures, you can house the Titan Master, which is pretty cool, or Headmaster, whatever term you want to use for it. Don't know why Hasbro didn't want to refer to him as Headmasters and whatever. Anyway, close them up. Problem solved. There you go. Voila. By comparison, this is Titans Return Topspin. Big old difference in the colours. These are the original Darkline toy colours from Japan. This is what the original Jump Starter for G1 was based on. This is the G1 toy colours, or at least as accurate as they were going to get, from kind of modernising the design back in 2016 or whatever. So yeah, I honestly prefer this white and blue colour scheme, but Twin Twist is far too hard to get in those colours, so I've kind of never gotten around to it. Moving on to Spinister. Spinister is this lovely futuristic attack helicopter. No complaints here, looks as it should. I don't know if I like the colours as much as the original figure, but we'll get to that. So we're going to start by transforming him. We're going to fold the arms out. Okay, we're going to take the propeller, fold it in half so it forms a V shape. Next step, we go on the bottom, take this back leg and unclip it from these pink sections. Take the front leg and unfold this panel, unclip the feet, pull that leg out, pull this leg out, tab that back in, take the waist, fold it downwards, there you go, fit all that into place. It's very tight on my copy. Other one goes together fairly easily. As you can see, his head's here, whereas tail of the helicopter's here. What you want to do is you want to bring this section back and thread it through the chest, like so. Really cool step. Peg in this section into the back. And there we have the robot mode with none of his accessories attached. For these guns, you could tab them onto any of the 5mm ports, hands or on the arms. For me, I put them on the shoulders. And then we have his target masters. These, I don't know their names, I've never cared. You know, they're just cheap little things that fold out. They don't even transform like the Siege ones. But then the Siege ones, they were, I don't know, maybe a bit lacking. But yeah, it's two different molds. As you can see, the 5mm port is in a different place. This one's got a gun, this one doesn't. The body types are slightly different. And for this one, you just fold out the barrel as well. So it's simple stuff. All of these are blast effect compatible as well, which is quite cool if you've got effects. There you go. Now comparing Spinister to his Siege counterpart. There you go. Beautiful side-by-side comparison. I do believe that this Age of the Primes version is based on the G1 toy deco. I might be wrong, it could be something else. And the Siege figure is based on his IDW Comics design, or at least the colour scheme. The design is kind of, you could argue, you know, it's like the original and the IDW one. There's kind of maybe elements of both, but then the IDW would have been based off the toy. It just feels like a rabbit hole, trying to figure out exactly where everything's from. It probably feels closer to the IDW if I had to decide. But yeah, Siege version, beautiful figure. More paint apps on this, whereas I feel a bit cheated with the newer version. With this one we have paint deco on the thighs, we have the Siege battle damage. We have a little bit yellow paint around this section, silver all throughout the chest, blue here, Tampergraph Decepticon logo. He's got a Decepticon logo on the tail of the helicopter, blue paint here, nothing anywhere else besides the head. Yeah, solid stuff. This version, I mean, he's got no paint on the legs. He's got a little bit less paint on this torso section. Same amount of paint on the heads, with the mouth plate being painted, the eyes being painted. This little ovular section here isn't painted. This section on the back is painted still. Instead of being a lighter blue, it's dark. And on the tail end of the vehicle, there is a Decepticon insignia, faintly visible there. And there's the Reckondoom symbol here. All of the Decepticons in the wave have this, so yeah, there you go, cool stuff. I think the reason why this has a little bit less paint is purely because of this. Quick little cutting section for Spinister's articulation. So shoulders go up just above where the collar section is. Spin round a full 360. Then elbows are double jointed, fold all the way inward. Bicep swivel. Wrists. Legs go up that much. Legs go back that much. Knees pull a 90. Ankle rockers go really far inwards. You can go all the way out if you want, but that's for transformation. There's a toe bend going all the way down. You know, stop wherever you feel is necessary. Fly swivel, full 360. Waist does what the waist does. And yeah, besides that, the head just kind of swivels a little bit. Can go all the way around. Goes a little bit down. No up. And it doesn't really swivel side to side either, like for the confused dog look. But anyway, overall, posability on this guy's pretty damn good. And add on to Topspin, he does have a waist. I mean, I didn't really cover it in the transformation, but I mean, I didn't cover it in the articulation section, but it's used during the transformation, so you know he's got it. Final thoughts for Topspin and Spinister. Topspin, aesthetics, I'll give him a 5. Beautiful looking figure. Deco on this one's really nice as well. Clean paint application. General design's just great. The mold itself is also amazing, but I love a lot of the Titans Return molds, if I'm being honest. But I especially love Topspin and Twin Twist, which are retools of each other. Transformation on this guy's a 5. It's just a blast, start to finish. No matter which way you're going as well, it's just everything moves like butter. It's great. Articulation on this guy, for the time, it was probably towards the top end of what you were getting for a 2016 Deluxe. So I'll give him a 4 out of 5 on that. Because you could definitely ask for a tiny bit more. There were Combiner Wars figures that had ankle pivot. This doesn't. And the lack of wrist swivels, you know, you could argue. But anyway, 4 out of 5 on that one. Value for money on this guy. I don't really know how to tackle that without talking about the set as a whole, because this is what you're paying for. Topspin is just a repaint of an older figure that was significantly cheaper back in the day. No, I mean, when he came out, he was about like £16-17. Deluxe is now £25, so there's a huge price increase there. Spinister, I mean, prices haven't moved too much since he came out. He's gone up by a couple quid, but now the original figure is really valuable, so this is a much easier way to get hold of it. However, it's at the cost of the figure not looking as good, in my opinion, and then you get 2 Target Masters alongside him. These kind of, they were included because the other 2 double Target Masters got new figures with their Target Masters, so they had to redo Siege Spinister to give him the extra parts and make that trio complete. But yeah, value for money on the whole set. It's probably not great because you don't pay. Well, you do pay for 2 Deluxes. It was about 50 quid. But if you're buying the set just for Topspin, like I was, I don't know if it's worth it. Because, you know, then you've got to find someone who wants Spinister. If you're buying a set for both of them, sure, maybe. You know, again, these are repaints of figures that were cheaper when they came out. The only difference here is you're getting 2 Target Masters, which are kind of shit anyway. So, I don't know if it's worth it. But, whatever. You know, value for money, I'll just give the overall set like a 3.5 out of 5. It's fine for repaints or whatever. And just the final thoughts on Spinister. Articulation on this guy's a 5 out of 5. He's very dynamic. He's got wrists, ankle pivots. The joints have like maximum range everywhere. Double jointed elbows, deep knees. No complaints here. Aesthetic on this guy, he's definitely a 4 out of 5. Not quite as good as the original figure, but everything looks lovely. Even if a little bit bland in places. Like, I don't know. I'm not very enthusiastic about the legs just being unpainted for the most part, and then these whole arm sections just being a blue. That's very unappealing to me, but you know, whatever. Transformation on this guy is a 4 out of 5, purely because of the fact that the legs are a bit of a pain to get to work. You have to like fold one round to the back end of the vehicle, fold one to the front. Tabbing everything together is not the best experience in the world. But this is definitely, overall, one of the best deluxe molds Hasbro has ever released. And I'll stand on that. So yeah. Overall, depending on who you want from the set, depends whether it's worth it. If you want both of them, go for it. If you don't want both of them, maybe just wait until someone's selling one of them separately. You'll save your money. So yeah, this has been AnimatedCHUG. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.